We're starting to get cranky and or constipated. At least he is. What the fuck are you? Are you the product placement Nazi or something?
How much are they paying you? Because I might be able to drink that for a day if they pay me.
Coke Zero, though?
It's cherry
Cherry Coke? Are you going to really drink out of it? That's like you just sucked his dick. That's disgusting.
You don't know where that's been.
Sucks his dick with his mouth?
I don't know. Just roll with it. That's what he does. Anyways, buddies, now it's time for us to get serious.
I guess.
Part 2 of our WrestleMania 29 preview. We're going to talk about the 5 big important matches on this card that will probably dictate ultimately whether this is a really good Mania that maybe even surpasses last year, or if this is a so-so Mania like we've gotten for the past few years before last year's. Are you guys ready to get started?
Let's do it.
You know, it's kind of funny, isn't it, that this match is being grouped in there with the bigger or more important matches on the card, because we know more likely than not that Swagger versus Del Rio is what?
It's going to open the card.
Probably. I mean, the last 2 World Heavyweight Championship matches at Mania have opened the card. This seems to be a good possibility for it to do it again. But it could potentially be a good opener for this show. Almost kind of fits in that slot if it is going to open. But Swagger versus Del Rio is something that has quite a bit of storyline going with it. It has quite a bit of buzz with it. It's something they've built up relatively well.
Yes, they have.
What are you looking forward to the most out of this match?
I'm just looking for a solid opener and just to see what happens.
What do you think's going to happen?
What do I think is going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
What I think is going to happen is that Del Rio's going to retain.
Mm-hmm.
But
what about Ziggler? Is he going to cash in here?
I think it depends on who actually ends up winning the match.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I really don't. I think they're going to try and stretch that out with Ziggler for another couple months potentially. As far as this goes, though, I think the last time we had both titles change hands, I believe, was WrestleMania 21 when Batista won the World Heavyweight Championship, Cena won the WWE Championship. So recent precedent, if I remember correctly, is not on the side of both belts changing hands here. So that could indicate that both will. That could indicate that both won't. Maybe the original plan was for Swagger to win, and maybe because of what happened back a little while ago with his personal life, maybe it won't happen. Where's your money on, though? You think Del Rio's going to
I think Del Rio will actually retain.
For shits and giggles, I'll say Swagger will. I don't expect this to be any type of epic classic. I would like to see if Zeb Coulter's going to be out there, that we at least get a little interaction, maybe a little interference from him at some point in time. But this is a feud that I don't think we've seen the last of, so we could even potentially get some type of dirty finish, maybe a DQ or a count-out or something. I wouldn't be surprised with that at all.
Well, the people that are gay for out, you're really going to love this.
Hashtag gay for out.
Hashtag gay for out.
Anyway, let's talk about the next match, which is The Shield against Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show.
Your brother.
Well, yes. But let's talk about the match itself. What do you think is going to happen in this one?
Shield's going to win by hook or by crook.
They always do. They seem to always win at the pay-per-views. However, this time might be a little bit different. No, you're right. Shield is going to win. But here's a question for you. Does anybody turn? Does Randy Orton turn? Sheamus, Big Show? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it'd be too obvious for Show to turn. So I'm guessing it's going to be one of the other two, if anybody does.
Do you think Randall Keith Orton is gay for out?
Yep, most definitely. I think this guy turns. I think he turns heel at Mania.
Or gay. Or a gay heel.
One or
He's
the
got
other.
the ring boner to prove it.
Indeed, he does.
There's your tattoo, Metal D.
Oh, man, I'm going to need a drink for this one. This one may be a while.
No, it's not going to be.
It could be.
I'll keep my cool. I'll keep my composure.
Why do I not see that happening?
Because you probably know it's not going to happen, but God knows I'm going to try.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
So we've got basically another street fight.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And, you know, this seems to be a recent theme with Triple H at WrestleMania, some type of stipulation match.
Sure.
You know, because he's fucking awesome.
Got a sledgehammer. How could he not be?
To be fair, he is God. So, this is a rematch that has been almost, 7-8 months in the making?
Yeah.
You know, after Brock Lesnar won in a fluke manner at SummerSlam, a fluke manner, Triple H is coming back this Sunday at WrestleMania. He is going to pound the shit out of who?
Mr. Jimmy Johnson himself, the sandwich salesman.
He is going to teach him a fucking lesson. He's going to make Brock Lesnar wish he was sitting on the Minnesota Vikings practice squad. He's going to make him wish that Cain Velasquez was beating the shit out of him and kicking his face into oblivion creep, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The bottom line is, this is God's moment. This is his time to shine. He's lost at the last 2 WrestleManias. 2 in a row. He doesn't lose at 3 in a row. You want to talk about burials? You're going to get a burial at Sunday, Brock Lesnar. You're going to get a burial at fucking WrestleMania. He is going to triumph. God will reign supreme, and he's going to beat the shit out of you. Fuck your MMA. Triple H is a real wrestler, ain't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't forget, Brock.
Schlegelepsy.
Schlegelepsy. I was just merely going to inform Brock Lesnar that he has no chance of winning Sunday because does he have 3 Q&As dedicated to him by OTRS Central? No, I don't think so. You're going to get your ass kicked, Brock. Praise God. No, they can't have him lose. They cannot have Triple H lose.
No, of course not.
No, he has to win.
Brock Lesnar goes down.
Thank you.
And he's going to go make sandwiches.
You know, I've been accused of being anti-CM Punk, which I don't think is very fair. I think there have been times where I've been kind to CM Punk and times where I haven't been, but I don't think that makes me a CM Punk hater.
Well, I am officially joining the CM Punk bandwagon. I'm getting on early before he takes out The Undertaker because I don't want to be a guy that jumps on the bandwagon after he beats Undertaker. I want to be a guy that's there before so I can tell everybody else, you only jumped on because he beat The Undertaker. It's going to happen.
You want to talk about all-time great injustices? Look at The Undertaker, 20-0. In his last 4, count 'em 4 WrestleMania matches, he has beaten God twice. That's no small feat. He beat Shawn Michaels twice. Did he do it at WrestleMania?
No.
No, shut the fuck up, Dad. Triple H twice. Shawn Michaels twice. CM Punk
Best in the world.
losing to Randy Orton, who, by the way, Undertaker beat at WrestleMania 21. The bottom line is, if they think that CM Punk is worthy of ending the streak, the WWE is full of shit. This is ridiculous. And for the next 6-7 days, whatever the fuck you, CM Punk. I hate everything about you. I hate everything you represent. You threaten one of the few things I have left to hold onto as a wrestling fan.
20-1
That's the streak. It's 21-0, motherfucker. You better get used to it. Fuck you, CM Punk. How dare you take on the streak? And how dare the WWE even try to pretend that this is a possibility that the Taker streak could ever end, especially to somebody like a short order cook like CM Punk.
It's okay, you guys. Get on the CM Punk bandwagon now.
It's gonna be 21-0. And ultimately, we're assuming that even though Triple H arguably should main event WrestleMania because he's God, and we also know that Taker CM Punk isn't going to main event because Taker's going to win, so they don't want to put that in the main event.
No, they just don't want to put it at the end because it makes you sad.
I hate you. We ultimately all know that for the second year in a row, and this is something to be said for, there's something to be said for this. This is an accomplishment in and of itself. The second year in a row, whether you like it or not, you're getting John Cena versus The Rock, and this time it's for the WWE Championship. That's right. You can't even contain your excitement.
No, I'm sitting here. I'm riding the fence like Metal D this year. I'm not picking a side. I'm just going to root for The Rock and John Cena because Metal D can get away with it every year. So why the fuck can't I? Every year.
That's not true.
I'm rooting for The Rock, but if Cena wins, I'm okay with that.
Here's a question for you guys. This obviously, one of the themes for this Mania is that a lot of the big matches are rematches, which can be good, can be bad. Really, it is a matter of your perspective. To me, it's a little hard to get amped up for it beforehand if I've seen some of these matches before, but I get why people argue that it could be better. Your thoughts in terms of just Rock and Cena too. How excited are you for this? I mean,
I'm more excited for this one than the first one because The Rock at least has wrestled a little more this year than he did last year. I'm not saying a lot more, but a little more. And maybe
on Raw, not so much.
And maybe him and Cena have a little bit of the chemistry worked out for the match this time.
Let's hope so. What about you, Mark? What are you looking forward to the most on this?
I'm looking for The Rock to whip Cena ass.
Me too.
What about you, Metal D?
Exactly what Mark said.
You're also all for John Cena winning, aren't you?
No, I am not. I hate Cena.
I don't want to be a hypocrite here, because all I asked the WWE to do was to have The Rock win the belt at the Royal Rumble and carry the belt to WrestleMania. They gave me what I asked for. Is there any chance that Cena actually loses this match? Probably not.
I don't know.
Is there any chance that Cena turns heel? Get that out of your fucking head right now. That's not happening. I mean, if it does, then come back and mock us. But, after years of everybody suggesting it, get over it. I mean, it was going to happen at some point because whether we like it or not, Cena's still a brand in some ways.
Definitely.
And they've had him out of the title picture for over a year now. Or he hasn't had the belt in over a year now, actually over a year and a half. You had to know at some point in time it was going to come back home. Sorry, you had to know it was coming back home. And I highly doubt they were going to have John Cena lose to The Rock 2 times in a row. Doesn't mean that I don't want The Rock to win on Sunday. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be rooting for The Rock to win on Sunday. But I'm prepared for the possibility because ultimately it does represent what the WWE has become, a little pathetic kiddie fest that, quite frankly, isn't meant to appeal to us anymore. And that's just the truth of the matter.
There you go.
So now that we've talked pretty much about everything on the show, Jesus Christ.
Nobody cares about Coke.
If somebody from Coke Zero is actually watching this, maybe you can actually cut this guy like a 6-cent royalty check to shut him the fuck up. All right, so
it's working for him.
What? Yeah, you ain't lying about that. What are you looking forward to the most? What do you expect out of this show? We'll go with you, Melody.
I expect to have a great time watching this whole show with the OTRS crew, including Tony, perhaps. And that's what I expect. I expect to have fun.
He wants to go to the Green Meanie's house.
We're gonna lock him out.
Maybe. What about you, Mark? What are you expecting? What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm expecting, as much as I don't want to see it happen, but it's probably going to happen. We're going to have Cena win the belt. And what also I think could happen is that Ziggler and Big E could be the tag team champions. He could perhaps then cash in Money in the Bank. And if Caitlyn puts the Divas title on the line, AJ could be the new Divas champion. So
that little group will have 3 belts.
Okay. Mark, throwing down the gauntlet. What about you, Mike?
I'm expecting Fandango to go out there and put on a wonderful performance, and I'm expecting you to have a heart attack during the Undertaker CM Punk match.
Well, to be fair, based off of the past year, that probably wouldn't take a whole hell of a lot. So there's going to be a lot of pulse checking during the live reactions for WrestleMania 29. You got 2 matches, 3 actually, that I'm fully invested in now. With that being said, to me, when I look at this show on the surface, I'm sorry, I'm not as excited for it going in as I was for WrestleMania 28. Now, on the flip side, I think this could be one of those shows that the build-up to me was kind of It only got me somewhat excited for it. But I'm hoping that the execution of the show is really good, that a lot of these matches deliver. With some of these being repeat matches, they will be even better than the ones we've seen before. I am hopeful that this is an example of I go in with low to medium expectations, and it becomes a really good show because it exceeded my expectations. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping we get a big moment or two, a shocking moment or two, and that the WWE just doesn't play it straight where most of the baby faces win, because frankly that would be fucking boring.
I know what I'm looking forward to.
What's
We're
up?
all after Mania.
Batista. Oh, Christ. See you guys.